Hey, yo. Why, yo, how you doing? What's going on? Beautiful day. Today I want to talk to you guys about sports and how important I think they are. I played sports my whole life, pretty much, and I believe strongly that it gives you leadership skills. It gives you a lot of skills towards the rest of your life. Plain and simple. I think I'm trying to encourage any parent I come in contact with, get your kids involved. Don't let them sit home on these video games and iPads or whatever. You know, like when you were kids, you were outside. This new generation, they're not doing nothing. So yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of good things behind it. Everything's great about it. And if you're not good at sports, keep practicing. I mean, practice makes perfect. Michael Jordan, he got cut from his college team. And I'll argue with you and tell you, if he didn't get cut, he would have never turned into the guy he was, because he worked hard, he kept grinding, and I believed it turned him into the person he ended up being, which is one of the greats. Me personally, when I played, I'm not trying to say I was great or try to tell anybody I was great, but I was great. I was a phenomenal athlete. I'm a state champion. State champion. Not too many people could say that. City champ 4 times, state champion once. And it was once because it's like unheard of. It's very, very rare. And I'm blessed to say that I am a state champion. But yeah, you see me, I got the UConn hat on today. Congratulations to my guys. They did a great job. My buddy Klingen out in Bristol, he's right next to me. Everybody's proud of you, buddy. I mean, look at this. I just love the logo on it. Look at the Husky logo. It's just mean. Ow, ow, ow! Show them teeth, boy. Yeah. It's mean. I love it. I'm a Connecticut Husky fan since I was a kid. It's my home. It's my home college. Let alone with a lot of other good colleges, but Connecticut, UConn was my school, and congratulations to those guys. They work hard. That coach, he's phenomenal coach. He's phenomenal coach. He reminds me of those Texas coaches, where they're just screaming at you all day, and they don't mess around out in Texas. Those Texas boys don't play. They play all year round. All year round. They're no joke. They live, breathe. It's a religion to these guys, and I love them. I'm also a Texas fan because of that. These guys are different level. But yeah, let's get into this here, guys. This story, I'm just gonna go over just a rough draft of it. There's a lot more to it, but I want to keep it simple because I know you guys don't want to hear me talk much more. Well, another thing, Michael Jordan. I mean, you know, we have known Tom Brady if Drew Bledsoe never got hurt. I mean, come on. One of the greats sitting on the bench behind Drew Bledsoe, who was okay for a few years, but he wasn't nothing special. Tom Brady. We got more talent sitting on the bench. And sometimes in the stands. There's more talent in the stands than there are on the field. I mean, I get competitive because, you know, when I played, I didn't miss no balls. These guys are missing balls, and they're getting paid millions of dollars to do nothing. I mean, they're doing something, but they don't. You don't know. Some people don't appreciate nothing, and that drives me nuts. You know, make effort. These guys are making millions of dollars, and I got to know old timers, and they'll tell you They'll tell you years ago they used to beg people to come into the Giant Stadium for the games. They didn't charge you. These guys weren't making money. This is just for fun. This is what they did. They loved it. And sports are supposed to be fun too. Although like myself, I take it very seriously. I'm competitive. I played competitive ball my whole life. It might have, but yeah. I watch these games and I'm like, you're a pro. How are you missing that? Like, what are you kidding me? Anyway, this one's called Ballplayer. Kid named Michael grows up in the projects with a mother who's in bad shape. She's just in bad shape. She's not good health wise. She's on the junk, you know what I mean? She's on the garbage. It's just tough for him, and it's just him and his mother in the city apartments projects. No father. He has but no one but his mother. Like I said, the mom, she's got her own things going on. But it's kind of not her fault because of all the other obstacles. She's not herself, if you guys know what I mean. Michael goes to school and is a great straight A student. He figures out he is very athletic by excelling in gym. And in the neighborhood with the kids, they play football, baseball, basketball, running competitions. They do mischievous stuff like ring doorbells and run away, throw snowballs at cars. They think it's funny. They're kids. But Michael, he really loves football and baseball and is extremely fast. Everyone sees it. They can't compete. And not before long, because Michael practices all the time, like I was saying, he becomes a master of his craft. He's just unbelievable. Very well ahead of everybody else. He continues to excel in sports and school, which people are surprised because of his home life, which the odds are against him. But I'll tell you guys right now, I don't care where you come from. There ain't no excuse for that. You grow up, you know right from wrong. You do what's right. You don't sit here and make excuses. Oh, I came up this way, that way. There's no excuse. You do what's right. You do what you got to do, and that's that. Don't blame your parents or how you grew up, or nobody wants to hear your sob story. I sure don't. So, I know plenty of kids that grew up in terrible homes, turn out to be the best people. So, get that garbage out of here. Which people are surprised of because of his home life. But you can tell him he is a special kid. His mother never gets better, but is proud of him. Michael goes on to play for multiple teams for baseball and football and wins multiple seasons with baseball. He never wins with football. His team wasn't all there, but he did very well, and he stood out because of it. His team wasn't good, but they seen that he was good, so it kind of like made him shine even more because these guys are, they weren't that good. He was just on another level, and they're like, this kid, it just made him look better, pretty much. Michael goes on to play for multiple teams. Oh, I already said that. Michael excels through high school with straight A's and is impressive and has an impressive sports career, despite the distractions that take play with, girls like him, and, he's an athlete. Most, the cheerleaders like him. Everybody likes him. He's a ladies' man for sure. The parties are awesome and a distraction with drinking and all the other nonsense kids do. But Michael does stay focused. He dates a girl. He dates a few girls, but doesn't let it get the best of him. He also works part-time as a young coach teaching other kids sports. He helps out some of his old coaches from when he was growing up, who were like father figures to him. I know I learned a lot from a lot of good coaches over the years. They were a tremendous help to me. The coaches appreciate Michael very much and give him extra money when they can because they know Michael can use it with his situation at home. And they know Michael appreciates it. College, he umpires. He does umpiring, which he makes money from. Umpiring baseball games, refereeing football games. He even referees basketball games, which he, wasn't what he liked to do, but he was good at it. But he just didn't pursue it. The two sports were baseball and football. Michael chooses. Colleges want Michael now. It's his time for college, and he has so many choices, full ride scholarships to great schools, not only for his sports, but for his academics. He's a very smart kid. He takes his school very seriously. So Michael chooses the best college he thinks is fit. Which one is fit for him? And he wants to pursue, because he wants to go professional. He wants the best school to get him to the next level. And with that, guys, I know from personal experience, these coaches, even in high school, you got to make the calls for the kids. Stop being lazy. These kids are unbelievably talented. And you just sit there and, oh, yeah, we'll take care of it. No, make the calls. The kid's doing enough with school and, doing well with the sports. Make the calls for him. A lot of people miss their chance because of that. So, he goes to college, the sport which he wants to play sports and either he wants to go professional with either baseball or football because he's equally great in both of them, and that's very rare also. I mean, you're either good at one thing or another. It's hard to be good in a lot of things, and so he moves away for college, which he misses home and prays for his mother because he's always nervous for her. And he ends up loving college. He is treated like a celebrity. Everything's a distraction there, though, worse than high school, obviously. And there is a lot more pressure to do what you're supposed to do. It's hard. It's not easy. But Michael is strong, and he does what he's supposed to. To his hardest, there's just a lot, all the distractions, a lot of parties and, So Michael does great still in sports and school. He doesn't let nothing get to him. He does great. He works a part-time job at a local restaurant for extra money up in college. And he's breezing through. He does good. He breezes right through college. His team doesn't win so much, but his talent is unrecognized. Same thing as when he was in high school. So it's like I said, you're showing more of your talent with sometimes guys that aren't that good. But you can make your guys better. You got to be a leader too. Take them under your wing and practice with them. Give them encouragement. Pro scouts start looking into him. They really take interest in Michael. But he keeps from turning pro to finish his education. Most people would call that not smart. But it is what Michael wanted. He thought it was the best way. He knew he was going, but he said it could wait. And now, sometimes people say, oh, that's a touchy situation because you only have a certain window. You get older, you're not the same, but that's nonsense. You're not the same, but you're still the same, especially if you work hard at it. People get older. Some people are better in their 40s than they are in their 30s. So Michael ends up finishing college with a great degree in business and is ready to go to the professional level. It is pretty much guaranteed. He's going. So he's on his way back to his hometown city of Connecticut and is driving to see his mother and gets into a car accident by a drunk driver who ends up leaving without a scratch on him. Michael is in bad shape though. He broke his arm, his dominant arm, in a few places, and he has nerve damage in his spine. Doctor said he would never be the same again. After that, your career's done. Happens to the best of them. Nobody wanted him. It hurt his pride. It hurt everything. He didn't, but he stayed positive in his mind. Your mind's a powerful thing. It hurt him very much. He hurt a lot. A lot of people were hurting for him. They were rooting for him. They had high hopes. Michael, and he thought now he should have played when he had the chance instead of finishing school first. But he did get a degree in college. He got a degree. And he's very successful from his degree. He got a degree in quite a few things, business, quite a few things. And he ends up coaching. He ends up coaching. On top of that, after what his jobs and everything, he ends up being a coach too, which he enjoys. He loves it. You got to be close to the game. He gives back any chance he can to his community, to people, kids like him that grew up like him. He just loves what he does, and he says he loves it probably even more than being on the TV, being on stage. Like, that's not everything. He's like, I'm at peace with myself, which is important. I'm at peace with helping people. That makes him feel good, which is always good. I love helping people. But yeah, unbelievable. So yeah, he's coaching, gives back as much as possible. He ends up having a family from a high school girl that he from high school, who ended up being his nurse when he was hurt in that accident. She took care of him. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, stay positive, guys, and keep pushing forward. When I was growing up too, I was very talented, and I'm not gonna blame some teachers because they didn't know. Maybe they didn't see my talent. I don't know what their problem was, or they didn't know nothing about sports. I'm not gonna blame them, but when I would tell them, they'd be like, "Oh, what do you want to be when you get older?" I'd be like, "I want to be like Derek Jeter." Because I played shortstop myself. I was shortstop, third base, catcher, and pitcher. I played second base too. Throw me in the outfield. I do everything. I'll switch hit, whatever. They'd be like, "Oh no, you gotta pick something else. Your chances are not are very slim. Choose something else." Why would you tell a kid that? I think I was in 4th grade. You're telling a kid in 4th grade, don't pick something else? That's his dream? Are you kidding me? I mean, you don't do that to a kid. You don't do that. You encourage them, and that's it. Let alone, it's kind of embarrassing. You embarrass me in front of the whole class. You'll pick something else. You're not gonna, it's not gonna happen. So I said, I'll be a lawyer. I'll be a lawyer then. I would never do that to a kid. I encourage kids. Play sports, do right. Do good in school. Oh, man, that drives me nuts. But, yeah, don't let nobody discourage you. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Like I said, Michael Jordan got cut from his college team. Nobody thought he was going pro. Ended up being one of the best basketball players to ever live. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop talking now. Have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. Be safe out there.